I wrote here just because I wanted to circle back on it. Older guys are missing, and you hit on that before, and I think that's, and it's not even dealing with the new generation. I'm just talking about firehouse culture in general. Is we're finding that our older members, those 40+ year guys that used to sit in the back of the room, maybe they're not active anymore on the rig, but they're active on the company end. They're helping out. They're always there. They're the voice of reason. They're the salty Sam in the back that. He's been doing this for 50 years, and he saw us from a hay barn to a modernized department. We're missing those guys. I think we are.
We are.
You said you are. I mean,
the guys that we sit there and saying, "I remember when that burned." Well, how did it burn? What do you mean it burned? And they would go over to them. Stories would turn into trainings. They really would. And I laud the guys that dealt with Morningstar Paisley and Hawthorne years back. The chemical factory that exploded with multiple fatalities. How did you guys deal with 7 days of fire? We'd be crying like, "I'm gonna go home. We're gonna work."
Right.
It's like these guys did nothing. They worked their butts off. So there's a lot to learn from the elders. But fortunately, the elders are no longer really. There's not many left. They're starting to fade away, sadly. But the evolution. I don't know if there's been a gender gap, not a gender gap, but an age gap between elders and. I think there was. There was a long period of time where you didn't have that 10-year gap of people in between the elders and the mid-age. And they move on. I love a member coming aboard the fire department that's 35, 36. I love it. Why? Because he's moving to town. He's not going to leave. He just bought a house. He's going to stay.
Rooted.
He's got a family here. He wants to make things better.
Hitting on what you just said, though, about the older guys, some things to keep in mind is like, New Jersey is a inherently very expensive place to live.
Correct.
And, years and years ago, I remember when I was a kid in the firehouse. I've been in the fireman now for 24 years in the firehouse. And I grew up in the firehouse. I was, spent every day of my life in the firehouse. My father was a fireman, my brothers, everything else. So I grew up there. And I remember all the old guys smoking pipes and cigars and playing cards. And I remember all that. And you know what happened to all those guys? They didn't want to stay in New Jersey anymore. A lot of them passed, God rest their souls. But a lot of them now, like, they retire from their jobs. And where they used to be a huge staple in the firehouse and in the community, they're now like, see ya. We're going to Florida. We're going to go retire. We're going to go live somewhere else. And that's detrimental to us. But hey, God, go live your next chapter of your life.
You've given.
But we're missing them.
There's no doubt about it. You're missing the people with 60 years plus service, 55 years plus service, that have seen things burn that will never burn.
That's right.
And understanding that the difficulties they had were nothing what we have now. We are lucky. We're kind of luxury kings right now. We have air packs. They didn't have air packs.
Right.
You wore an air pack my first years on. And at a car fire, you got slapped. Yeah, get over and put the fire out. Now you don't let a guy off the truck without an air pack. And even on a brush fire, we've evolved, but they didn't have the luxury of that stuff back then. Right. And they did it, and they did it well.
Yeah.
And they, their knowledge was tremendously gained by doing the work. So it's evolution follows that. Again, what do we do to encourage these guys that are coming aboard now to stay put? How do we make it easier to live in Jersey, in Hawthorne, in Bergen County? It doesn't matter where you are. How do we make it better?
Hey everybody, it's Rob Ridley from National Fire Radio. Thanks for tuning in. Catch up with us on social media. We got
SoundCloud, National Fire Radio, YouTube, National Fire Radio, Instagram, National Fire Radio, and Facebook, National Fire Radio. Guys, check us out. Take care. Be safe.